If you truly appreciate rare coins, hidden stories, and the thrill of discovering extraordinary value in something that once seemed ordinary, then this is going to captivate you completely. Today, we are diving deep into the remarkable story of the 1987 1 Rand coin from South Africa, a coin that began its life as simple circulating currency and has evolved into an object of fascination, prestige, and staggering worth in the world of collectors at first glance. The 1987 1 Rand does not appear dramatic or extravagant. It was not struck in gold, nor was it designed as a commemorative masterpiece meant to sit untouched in velvet-lined cases. It was created for everyday use. It moved through markets, shops, bus stations, restaurants, and banks. It passed between workers, families, travelers, and merchants. It was part of daily economic life. That is precisely what makes its transformation so powerful. The journey from ordinary currency to highly valued collectible is what elevates this coin into something extraordinary. The year 1987 was a significant period in South African history. The nation was experiencing profound political and social tension. International attention was firmly fixed on the country, and economic pressures were shaping daily life. Coins minted during this era silently witnessed those realities. Every 1987 1 Rand carries with it the atmosphere of that time. It represents commerce continuing despite uncertainty, resilience despite global pressure, and the persistence of everyday life. When you hold this coin, you are holding a physical reminder of that complex chapter in history. The design of the 1987 1 Rand reflects authority and national identity. The coat of arms displayed on the coin symbolizes governance, unity, and statehood. Its lines, patterns, and structure were struck with precision. In circulated examples, the finer details often appear softened due to years of handling. But in high-grade specimens, the sharpness remains breathtaking. The lettering stands bold and clean. The fields maintain their smooth texture. The raised elements retain their clarity. Collectors carefully examine these details because condition is everything. While millions of 1 Rand coins were minted in 1987, survival in pristine condition is a completely different matter. Circulation takes its toll. Coins are scratched by other coins, dropped on hard surfaces, exposed to moisture, and handled repeatedly. Over decades, most lose their original brilliance. Finding an example that avoided heavy wear is rare. Finding one that appears virtually untouched is exceptional. This scarcity in top condition is what fuels demand in the numismatic market. Collectors rely on grading systems to determine a coin's state of preservation. Luster, strike quality, surface preservation, and eye appeal are all analyzed under magnification. A coin graded at the highest mint state levels becomes dramatically more valuable than one in average circulated condition. Even a small difference in grade can multiply the price several times over. That is why professional evaluation and certification are so important. Once authenticated and graded, a coin gains credibility and trust in the global marketplace. There is also the possibility of mint errors. Throughout history, accidental variations during production have created some of the most desirable coins in existence. A slight misalignment, an off-center strike, a double impression, or an unusual metal composition can instantly transform an otherwise standard coin into a rarity. If a 1987 1 Rand displays a verified mint anomaly while remaining in excellent condition, its desirability increases significantly. Collectors actively search for these unusual variations, knowing they can command astonishing premiums. Beyond condition and errors, emotional value plays a powerful role. For many South Africans, the 1 Rand coin was part of everyday life. It may remind them of childhood purchases, bus fares, or small treats bought after school. For international collectors, it represents a tangible piece of global history. That emotional connection often strengthens financial demand. When collectors feel personally connected to an item, they are willing to compete fiercely to own it. The global coin market has expanded dramatically over the past few decades. Investors increasingly recognize rare coins as alternative assets. Unlike stocks or digital investments, coins are physical. They can be held, stored, admired, and passed down through generations. They carry intrinsic history that no electronic asset can replicate. The 1987 1 Rand sits within this growing market as a coin that combines historical context with rarity and high-grade preservation. Storage and preservation are critical to maintaining value. Serious collectors use protective holders, controlled environments, and minimal handling practices. Humidity and temperature fluctuations can cause surface damage over time. Proper care ensures that a coin retains its original features for decades. A well-preserved 1987 1 Rand today can look just as impressive many years from now if stored correctly. Another fascinating aspect is the psychology of rarity. When collectors realize that only a limited number of top-condition examples exist, urgency grows. Demand increases while supply remains fixed. This imbalance creates competitive bidding situations, particularly in auctions. When two determined buyers desire the same rare coin, prices can escalate quickly. That competitive energy is often what pushes valuations into extraordinary territory. It is also important to recognize the role of historical timing. As global interest in African numismatics continues to expand, coins from significant periods attract renewed attention. The late 1980s represent a transformative era in South African history. Items from that time carry deeper meaning as the world reflects on political change and national evolution. The 1987 1 Rand, once common, now benefits from this historical reassessment. The transformation of perception is one of the most fascinating elements of coin collecting. What was once worth only 1 Rand in spending power now commands admiration, research, and investment. Time reshapes value. Decades create distance, and distance creates rarity. Coins that were once abundant become harder to find in quality condition. Collectors begin to recognize their scarcity, and market appreciation follows. The 1987 1 Rand also symbolizes resilience. Despite economic sanctions and global scrutiny during that era, commerce continued. People still worked, bought goods, and exchanged currency. This coin circulated during those daily transactions. It represents endurance and continuity. That symbolic strength adds another layer of depth to its appeal. Professional authentication further elevates a coin's standing. Third-party grading companies examine microscopic details to confirm originality. They detect cleaning attempts, surface alterations, and artificial toning. Once certified, a coin is sealed within a protective holder, preserving its grade and authenticity. This certification allows buyers worldwide to purchase with confidence, even across international borders. Investors often seek assets that combine history with scarcity. The 1987 1 Rand fits this profile perfectly when found in exceptional condition. It is compact, durable, and globally recognized. It does not rely on technological infrastructure or digital systems. It exists physically, independently, and tangibly. That permanence is reassuring in an increasingly digital financial world. Another element driving value is storytelling. Every coin carries a journey. Imagine a 1987 1 Rand minted, distributed, used briefly, then carefully stored away. Perhaps it was placed in a drawer and forgotten. Decades later, rediscovered and evaluated, it emerges nearly untouched. That narrative adds romance to the coin's existence. Collectors are not just purchasing metal, they are acquiring a story. Market trends also influence valuation. As awareness spreads about limited high-grade examples, more collectors enter the search. Increased competition naturally elevates prices. Over time, benchmark sales establish new standards. Once a coin achieves a high auction result, it redefines expectations for similar pieces. Momentum builds, and market confidence strengthens. The coin's aesthetic appeal should not be overlooked. The metallic sheen of a well-preserved 1987 1 Rand reflects light beautifully. The raised design contrasts sharply against the smooth background. The edge remains crisp. When examined under magnification, the intricate details reveal the precision of the minting process. That visual quality is part of what captivates collectors. There is also the legacy factor. Rare coins often become heirlooms. Families pass them from one generation to the next, preserving both financial value and sentimental significance. A high-grade 1987 1 Rand can serve as a long-term asset, carrying history forward. Its compact size makes it easy to store securely, yet its meaning stretches far beyond its physical dimensions. Numismatics thrives on discovery. Stories circulate about rare coins found in old collections, estate sales, or inherited boxes of mixed currency. The possibility that a remarkable example might still be waiting to be uncovered keeps collectors searching. The 1987 1 Rand exists within that realm of possibility. While most examples are common, a rare few stand apart. It is crucial to distinguish between ordinary circulated coins and exceptional specimens. Not every 1987 1 Rand carries extraordinary value. Condition, rarity, authenticity, and demand all intersect to determine worth. Education and expert evaluation are essential. Knowledge transforms casual curiosity into informed collecting. As years continue to pass, fewer pristine examples remain. Time gradually reduces supply. Damage, loss, and deterioration remove coins from the pool of collectible quality. This natural reduction reinforces scarcity. What survives in top condition becomes increasingly special. Collectors often describe a moment of connection when viewing a remarkable coin. There is something powerful about holding an object that has survived decades virtually unchanged. It feels like touching history directly. The 1987 1 Rand, when preserved in outstanding condition, offers that experience. The coin's journey from circulation to collectible status reflects broader economic principles. Supply and demand, scarcity, historical context, and investor psychology all intersect. What began as 1 Rand of purchasing power now occupies a completely different realm of value. As awareness grows and collectors continue to recognize the rarity of pristine examples, the market responds accordingly. Competitive auctions, private sales, and international interest contribute to rising valuations. The combination of historical significance, limited high-grade survival, and strong collector demand creates a powerful foundation for exceptional pricing. And today, this extraordinary 1987 South Africa 1 Rand coin stands with an astonishing valuation of $4,300,000.